afternoon. Once again, I'm just so happy that y'all are able to join us. So, my name is Dennis Ayers, and I am the host of this show, Health and Habits, where we talk about different programs, different ideas, and different ways to improve those health outcomes, and take a look at some of those habits, especially if they're not good ones. Today we are going to have a very good show. We have one of our guests who is with the Central Mississippi Planning and Development Board. And what we want to do is that agency within itself is here in the state of Mississippi. And I'm aware of the things that they're doing here in the greater metro area. They're doing some wonderful things for our seniors, and some of those things for those that on certain disabilities. And a lot of those programs are designed for those that are at least 62 and older, with or without Medicare. So we have Dr. Criddle. And she has been my guest once before on Health and Habits radio show, but we are elated and privileged to have her here today. How are you doing, Dr. Criddle?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing just fine. It's a pleasure to have you here today.
Glad to be here.
All right. Well, you know, a lot of people don't know about your agency and exactly what it does. Mm-hmm. Give us a little insight on what your agency is doing here in our area.
Absolutely. I'm with Central Mississippi Planning and Development District, the Area Agency on Aging, and I have been with the district for 22 years. And at the district, I serve as the Area Agency on Aging Director, and we cover 7 counties here in the Central Mississippi area by providing services and advocating for seniors that are 60 years of age and older.
Okay. What are some of those advocacies y'all are advocating for with our seniors?
Well, we want to make sure that there are resources and services that are available in the community, so the seniors can live at home as long as possible, and have their dignity and respect, and help to prevent early institutionalization in the nursing home care. So some of those services that we provide are primarily based on home and community-based services, which consists of services such as the Home Delivered Meals Program, the Congregate Meals Program, Homemaker, transportation, adult daycare, and so on and so forth. So we have over 30 programs that we are providing here in the community for our seniors.
Okay. And we'll dive into that a little bit. But first, we want you to join this conversation. If you close to a phone, give us a call at 1-800-492-5186. That's 1-800-492-5186. You can view us on Roku TV. We're also on Facebook Live. We believe a digital Facebook, and YouTube. Now on Facebook and YouTube, please hit those share buttons and like buttons, subscribe, and get those notifications every time not only Health and Habits come up, but also other shows that we have here on WeBelieveDigital.com. So let's get involved. Let's call in. Let's hear your thoughts. If you have any questions for Dr. Criddle, now's the time to call 1-800-492-5186. That's 1-800-492-5186. Okay, you mentioned, Dr. Criddle, that there are over 30 different programs that y'all have, and one of the main issues that you're confronted with, and all these encompass quality of life, and you are basically saying that our seniors, your organization, want them to live the best life possible as independently as long as possible. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. What are some of the services that y'all provide for them?
Right now, we provide services such as I mentioned about the home delivered meals program. And through that program, we contract and work with various local governmental agencies around and human resources agencies around here in the seven county area. And by providing home delivered meals to the clients that are eligible, seniors are able to go to congregate meal sites, which are senior centers, which they are able to participate in activities, go on field trips, and interact with their peers.
Okay. Well, if someone wants to know how to get in contact with you so they can participate in that, first tell us what 7 counties you cover, and then give us some contact information.
Okay, we do cover Hines right here in the city of Jackson, which encompasses Clinton, Raymond, and all the surrounding area in the Hines County. I know a lot of times people think of Hines County, they just focus on the city of Jackson.
Right.
Where you have Clinton, Bolton, Utica, Edwards. So we cover over 34 municipalities here in the area. We also cover Rankin County, Capaya, Madison, Simpson, Warren, and Yazoo County.
Wow. So you really have a large footprint.
Yes, we do.
Okay. So really there's no reason why a senior or someone that qualifies for this program should be at home wondering where their next meal is going to come from.
Absolutely. They should be able to contact us at Central Mississippi Plain Development District at 601-981-1516, or they can contact our MAC Center, which is our Mississippi Access to Care Center, which is our No Wrong Door Center. And that number is 844-822-4622.
Okay. Give us those numbers one more time, because you know sometimes our seniors will get a pen. The first pen they get, it won't write.
It won't write. Yes. Our number is 601-981-1516, or they can contact us toll free at 844-822-4622.
Okay. Well, we will revisit those numbers again a little later on in the show. I see you have some information here. Now, if you had a church or a community community center that wanted to give out information or have you come talk to the group, are y'all able to do that?
Yes, we do go out to local community centers. We participate at local churches. Matter of fact, I have an upcoming speaking engagement with Pearl Street Church on the 9th, if I'm not mistaken, on August 9th. And we will definitely be able to share information throughout the community. We do enjoy coming out and speaking and talking about our services and programs in the community. So they can just contact our office and see if we can come out and visit.
Okay, and then what you do is you bring all the literature and material and all the contact information for them. Okay. Do you participate in health fairs? I know sometimes that these communities will have health fairs. And, of course, at the end of the day, we are simply trying to get this information out because we do have an aging population.
Yes.
One thing we do know about our seniors in particular is they are coming out of or have been, or some still are, living in isolated situations because we do know when COVID first started, the first thing that happened was the social component in most of these community centers and or resident centers were shut down. Unfortunately, we're dealing with a lot of depression, a lot of isolation, and that's still going on.
Right.
So do you have any programs that would help them confront those issues?
We do. Right now with our congregate meal program, like I said, we do contract with our local human resource agencies. We work with the City of Jackson. The City of Jackson has several senior centers that are here in the area. For instance, Johnny Champion, Smith Robinson, and over at Tougaloo in Westside. And at those centers, the seniors are able to come and, again, have a nutritious meal as well as they attend and go on field trips. What we've been doing now is trying to encourage the seniors to come out and participate, and we are trying to change the scale and the scope of the Congregate Meal Program by having more activities that are more geared towards the younger senior, because we do have some young seniors that like to do things and go on activities. So we are now working with them to do that, and that is a great program. We're trying to make sure that the seniors are able to have programs and activities. So the last month or two across the summer, we have done had gardening, had a gardener to go in and do some things with the seniors. We attended over at Footprint Farms back in May. We attended that, had an event over there. We are getting ready for art therapy classes. We have Walk with Ease and evidence-based programs. So we do a lot of things with our seniors to make sure that they're engaged and having a good time.
Okay. I'm sure everybody wants to know what's the cost.
There's no cost. Our services, we receive funding, federal funding and state funding from Mississippi Department of Human Services and from the Administration on Community Living. And with those funds, we are there to make sure that the services are available to the seniors and where they can get and reach those services.
Okay, great. Okay, y'all, give us a call at 1-800-492-5186. That's 1-800-492-5186. And if you miss any of this or you want to hear it again, just go to YouTube or WeBelieveDigital.com, go to We Believe Facebook, or Roku TV, and pull this episode back up. Hit that subscribe button or hit that share button, and like us. And what we will do is we will continue to be able to bring you informative programming, something that's going to help you. Because we're not just here trying to sell you something, but we want to get something to you. Let me ask you, Dr. Criddle, we mentioned the Jackson area and some of the things are going, but what about some of those smaller communities like, over in Copiah County, Georgetown, for example? What are you doing in those communities that are how are you able to work in those communities that may not have that community center?
Well, we do contract with Copiah County Human Resource Agency. The executive director there is Mrs. Bonnie Gustavus. And Ms. Gustavus and CMPDD, we have had a long-standing relationship. So what we do is we provide the funding for Copiah County Human Resource Agency, and then Copiah County Human Resource Agency implements the programs that we have. So they do have a meal program, a home delivered meal program, and a transportation program, and then they provide information and referral for the seniors in that area. So
in other words, they live there, they know how to operate in that community far better than someone who's driving 30, 40 miles.
Right, and so we want to make sure that we continue our, our partnerships with local governments, with our Board of Supervisors and our human resource agencies and community action agencies. We have those partnerships all around the area to ensure that our seniors are being receiving services.
Okay, so if we have someone in that situation, then they need to contact their local office, and so they can become part of that home delivery service. And I see their need. Yes. So, if I am a provider and I see something that a senior needs, and can just a neighbor or something call and request someone pay them a visit or get them involved in this program?
So if someone wants to make a referral for a neighbor or for another family member, they would just give us a call and give us the information. And what we would do is to follow back up with that potential participant for the program. But one thing I do want to mention is that sometimes people think that that seniors need assistance, and then when we call, they don't really want the services. So before you call and make that suggestion,
make sure they need the help.
Make sure that they're going to need the help, and that they will know that we will be calling.
Okay, great. All right, well, we'll be right back, and we'll talk about something else when we get back.
The Mississippi Link is an African-American female-owned newspaper with a trusted voice that is highly respected throughout the city, state, and nation. Our motto, keepers of the knowledge for people who speak the truth, since 1993. Link significantly influences the thoughts, attitudes, and buying decisions of its readers. Call us at 601-368-8481 for your advertising needs. If you would like to receive a newspaper in the mail each week, our annual subscription is only $52 per year. That is only $1 per week for you to stay informed regarding many stories that you can only get in the Mississippi Link. Sign up today at themississippiLink.com and click on Home Delivery.
Okay, thank you for hanging in there with us. If you've just joined us, we are talking to Dr. Chelsea Criddle with the Central Mississippi Planning and Development Board. And you can join in on this conversation in the next 15 minutes at 1-800-492-5186. That's 1-800-492-5186. You can view us on Roku TV. If you missed this episode and you want to go back and hear that information again, you can reach us on Roku TV. We're also on YouTube, on Facebook Live. Facebook. We Believe Digital Facebook page, and also our own digital platform, WeBelieveDigital.com. And when you go to Facebook and also when you go to YouTube, hit that subscribe and like button and share us, because the more people we get this information out to, the more effective that we could be. Okay, so we're going to segue back into this wonderful program that Dr. Criddle is heading over at the Development Board. So tell us some more about some programs that you have. I see you got quite a bit of information there, and so we just want to know.
Okay. We have the Mississippi Access to Care Center, and the Mississippi Access to Care Center is an information and referral center. It's a call center where if you are interested in finding out additional resources in the community, definitely can give those trained resource specialists calls, and these are services about long-term services and supports for the elderly and disabled population.
Okay. Does that include in-home assistance?
Mm-hmm. It could be in-home assistance, it could be transportation, it could be adult daycare, needing to find senior apartments, complexes, or any type of information that you would see that may be on various nursing home facilities, assisted living facilities, any type of thing that would gear around our senior population that would definitely be of assistance to them.
Yes, I've been in working towards working in the Medicare arena for about 18 years now. And one thing that's a reoccurring question is people that I've been knowing for 10 or 12 years, they're getting to that point to where they may need assisted living or convalescent care.
Right.
And so what you're saying is you are a resource to help them find that information.
Right. And speaking of with the nursing homes, we have ombudsman. And ombudsman is a advocate for residents in the nursing home or in the licensed personal care home facilities. And what they do is they go around here in the central Mississippi area and they visit the residents and find out if there are any complaints, find out if there are things that they have concerns about in relations to the facility, and then they help to advocate for them on behalf of the program.
Okay, great. And we'll come back around to that because I want to bring up another important topic that we don't talk about, but we need to talk about.
Right.
And a lot of times I've seen it, at times I've seen it firsthand, and there's even been times I reported it.
Right.
But we have something else that you want to share with us. Go ahead.
I was going to share about we have a program that we're starting called Comfort and Comfort with Simple. It's an Alzheimer's and dementia program. And that program is it's a new program, and what we're planning to do is provide therapy dolls and other maybe the robotic pets and other puzzles and things that would help individuals that have Alzheimer's and dementia and help them to be able to ease some of the anxiety that they're facing with the Alzheimer's and dementia. So we are just recently starting that program. So if you have a loved one or a family member or a neighbor that you know that's is suffering from that disease. It's a horrible disease.
Yeah, it is.
And that we do know people that are suffering from it, but if you think this program would be a benefit to them, then certainly can give us a call and we can provide a therapy doll or whether a puzzle or everything that we selected is geared towards for people with Alzheimer's and dementia.
Okay, so it's more of a therapeutic type of program because I think at this point in my life, I've not only had to deal with that with some of my family members, and it is a horrible disease because the family's still living with it.
Yes.
Let me ask you something. Is there counseling for the family members, or are there any relief for those family members? Because it can be extremely taxing on the body to take care of someone.
Yes, it is. And we do have respite program where we would help the caregivers with getting a break. We also provide supplemental service supplies if the caregiver is needing assistance with meals, any type of incontinence supplies. We provide those for the caregivers. As well as we've identified how caregivers are very stressed.
Yes.
And they need some relief. So we have a caregiver support group, as well as we will go through a T-care counseling, which is to help the caregiver identify any types of stressors or any types of they're feeling burdened, and how we can probably help them to relieve some of those stressors.
Okay, good. Well, and anyone that want to get involved in these programs that may qualify for them, we understand that it's at zero cost. Give us, if someone wants to get in contact with you, give us your contact information again, please.
We're at 601-981-1516 is the area agency on aging, or they can contact our MAC Center, which is our Information and Referral Center, and that is at 844-822-4622. And I did want to mention with the COVID pandemic, with the pandemic, we have been going in home and providing booster shots and regular shots. So if someone is homebound, they definitely can call our MAC Center and participate through the program through there, and we can definitely go into the home and give them their booster shots.
Okay, and what if someone wants a booster shot except they don't want it at home? Do you have transportation to take them to?
We do have transportation where we can pick them up and make sure that they're transported to a local clinic or facility that is providing the shots.
Okay, good. Now, here's something that I told you I wanted to segue back to the certain part, and that is something that just tears at my heart. And some things I've seen, and some things I've reported,
Right.
and that's me not necessarily seeing it, but seeing suspected activity or even signs of abuse.
Right.
And people don't think about that because but elder abuse is a real is a real thing.
Yes, it is.
And people don't realize that this is just not isolated incidents.
Right.
Explain to us what if someone suspects that, what your agency does, and what's the recourse?
Well, there at our agency, what we can do is take the initial intake. They can call it in. It could be anonymous call, or they can give their name. And I would gladly take the information down, and I can contact over to Mississippi Department of Human Services, the Adult Protective Services Program. And what they would do from there is they would identify whether that case would fit their particular category, and they determine that it is a case of abuse. And then they will assign it to an investigator, and the investigator will start and will go out and investigate the case. One of the things is that you want to be mindful of, because a lot of times we see siblings that call in cases on their other siblings, and it's always sometimes the family dynamics, and it's unfortunate that sometimes some siblings feel that another sibling may have been favored, and they'll call in those types of cases against one another. But they have to remember, once it's in the system, it's in the system. And so then it's going to be reported over to the Attorney General's office.
Okay.
So ideally it is to try to rectify those situations at home. If you can't, between the two of you, try to bring in a mediator to help you all to settle those differences before making that call.
Yes.
Because once we start the process, we cannot undo the process.
Okay, so in other words, you answered a big question. Y'all, give us a call. We still got a few minutes at 800-492-5186. That's 1-800-492-5186. Well, Dr. Criddle, I'm starting to gear up for October 1st, and because what we're going to have is we do our annual enrollment period for our seniors that have Medicare. But one thing we see, and I am a certified educator when it comes to Medicare, we see a lot of people that here in Mississippi that come from other states. Come in and because we have such good plans here, Medicare plans for our seniors, and most of them are at zero cost. But what we see is people coming in selling our seniors stuff that they can't use, or it takes them out of their current provider network, which is a very dangerous thing. People don't realize that. And then we see our 800 numbers. We see J.J. Walker and Joe Namath on TV, and people will call. What can you say to the seniors to help them avoid those pitfalls? Because it's only one of me.
Right.
And I understand that y'all do part of that.
Yes.
Y'all do. Tell us a little bit. We got 2 minutes.
Okay. Through the State Health Insurance Program, we partner with, again, the Mississippi Department of Human Services and the Division of Age and Adult Services. And the SHIP program is statewide. We cover 82 counties. And what happens is that we have insurance counselors on hand that are trained and knowledgeable about the various programs. And they can go through what they have is put your information into the system and take it through a benefits application and go through there to determine which policy would be the best policy and best choice based on the information that the senior is provided and based upon their drugs that they're taking.
Okay.
And then the senior has the choice to make
Right.
a personal decision. We do not make decisions for them, but we do want to advocate for them and provide the best possible information that we can get for them. so they can sit and make good sound decisions from that
Now,
information.
you don't enroll them, you just simply show them how to pick those plans.
We will enroll them if they need some help.
Okay,
But what we
okay.
want to do is first give them the choice.
Okay,
We want to give
okay.
them choices, and they make their own decisions.
Great. Well, once again, let's give them your contact information because we know people want to know,
Yes.
and they will call you.
And again, you can call the Mississippi Access to Care Center, and that's 1-844-822-4622, or you can contact our office at 601-981-1516.
Okay, great. Okay, well, we just want to thank you once again. This is Dennis Ayers with Health and Habits. You can view us on Roku TV, YouTube, Facebook, and WeBelieveDigital.com. You can call us at 1-800-492-5150. Go to my personal or go to my business webpage at dennisayers.org, at Ayers Insurance Group. And what we can do is you can request a consult, and any information that we provide is at zero cost to you. So once again, thank you for joining us. And remember, if you want to have a healthier outcome, change those habits. Thank you and good day.